Welcome to Wilderness Escape, where God guides and provides. We are so excited about what we look like here. What do you think, Shannon? This is awesome.
I'm so thrilled about this set. It's so exciting, especially for Holy Land. A lot of times you think about it being kind of those browns.
Oh, you're in a desert, it's drab,
yeah.
dry,
oh, no.
boring.
There's amazing colors here in the wilderness, and it just pops. It's so vibrant. I absolutely love it.
I love the background, the set, and I love how easy it is to set up these tents and make these, well, the encampment for the Israelites, and so kids get to do that. So when you decorate for your Wilderness Escape, you are giving a message to the kids to show them that you love them and that God loves them.
Oh, that's so great. And the best part about this is it looks like you did tons and tons and tons of work, but it's actually pretty easy to do.
It's totally easy, so let's show them.
Yeah. Well, here we are, Joni, at the Asscher Tribe time mat. And it's so fun for kids to have a little home base that they can come back to and recognize and just feel comfortable at. These posters set the stage, and they're so easy. All we did is clip it to a little clipboard.
That makes
and
it
it just
fun.
kind of hangs so easy.
And this is a PVC pipe
that
is connected to a board at the base.
And we reuse these every year. So if you have ever made one, done a group VBS of any sort, you are good to go. And you can just doll it up a little bit.
Well, you know
for
what
the
I
different
love
themes.
is for the desert, because we're wandering in the wilderness.
Yes.
Okay, this is my kind of decoration.
This is so cool.
Piece of sandpaper. And so the kids, it has that tactile feel.
Oh,
and
yeah,
really
they've been
helps
touching
them,
it all week.
Yeah, and you can tell they've been touching it all week, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
That's really fun.
So
talk
this,
about all
just
this
to
other fun
add a
stuff?
little bit of that tribal flair, you can get blankets and stuff, and everybody's got stuff like this around your church. If you don't, you can ask your congregants to bring it in. No need to purchase anything. And then these baskets, like this is just a laundry basket. You can get them at Walmart. Most people have one in their house. You just put all of your tribe time stuff in here, keep
kinds
you
of goodies all
organized
week.
and
These are
themed.
great. When we field tested Wilderness Escape, we said all the tribes are wandering in this wilderness and desert, and we said, how can we make that even more real to kids? And you know what we do every time they meet as a tribe? Every time they have to go to another area, they have to pick up and carry all their stuff wherever they go.
To a different location.
Just like the Israelites had to do. And so the kids are actually experiencing what it felt like for those people to wander around, and kids absolutely love it. They love having the job of carrying the sign and carrying the basket and the blanket, and so kids are wandering and they look like a little tribe as they go through, and it's beautiful. It's
Such
wonderful.
a good idea. Brings
They
it
enjoy
to life.
Yes.
So Joni, here we are in our
Love
music
this.
tent. So this is just kind of our traditional easy up that we do every year, but this year we decided we were gonna step it up a little bit, and I'm so pleased. It's so easy to do. So you can tell we have our easy up, and then we just have our fabric that makes our walls like we normally do, but this is where we're bringing in color.
Nice.
These little scraps of fabric that you can get dollar bins at Walmart, anywhere. Doesn't have to match whatever you've got. And all we've done is safety pinned it up here in the middle
easy.
to give you a little bit of dimension, that nice drape like they would have had back in those camps. It's great.
You know what else I love is that you can get these posters that are part of the decorating kit, and this tells you, you don't even have to be able to read, and see this is where the music happens. And kids will make fun tambourines, and it's great.
This is one huge easy up that's been transformed into two different rooms. So here we've just hung sheets, and we've got zip ties that kind of have them dangling, and again, doesn't have to match, shouldn't match. The more color, the better.
That is great. And another thing that really makes your tent feel like you are in the desert is to get church tables. I love these old church tables, but fold them up. Don't have them standing. And I know you're tempted to want to keep them standing, because if you're like me, you think, how will I ever get up again?
Yeah, exactly.
But kids love this, and so do the tent people, the people that live in the tents. And you set this and put fabric over the tables, keep it low to the ground, and it makes a perfect place for all of your materials and supplies so that you can have leisurely conversations about God in these tents, and it works beautifully.
Absolutely.
You know, Shannon, sometimes you think that you have to have all these easy up tents.
Yes.
And tell us the secret to how this tent worked.
Well, we tried to have enough easy up tents, but we ran out when we added this shop. And so instead of just freaking out, we decided maybe we could live off the land a little bit, just like they did in the wilderness. And so what we did is we made a
Improvised.
tent, yes, in the middle of two other easy ups. So that was a great base. here in the center,
look at this.
we just have a pipe and drape pole. And that we got here from the church. So many churches, of course, have pipe and drape and that they use on their stage and stuff. So
And
that's all this pole is.
wrapping fabric that you have makes it just look
Absolutely.
more like it's an old tent.
It does. It brings so much color into it. And then we've just draped the fabric over the roof and it's balancing between the other two Easy Up tents. So really, as you're walking through, it doesn't look any different than any of the other shops. Well, you know, Joni, here at Decorating Places, we are always about details because they just add so much, these little embellishments. So here we have some greenery. I just love these little pops of greenery, little bushes and things like they would have had in the wilderness. So again, just gathering baskets that look kind of old-timey from around your church. And then the greenery, any kind will work. I mean, it doesn't have to match. It doesn't even matter. If you put enough in a basket, it really just starts to look good and gives you a great pop of color in that marketplace.
Well, there may have been a few bushes in the desert, but what we really know there was in the desert was sand. And so here is the coolest idea where you can see this little piece of fabric. Well, really, it's canvas. And you may have had this from other VBSs or whatever, and it's been cut into little pieces. And this is so unbelievable. You take the canvas and paint it brown, sand color brown, and literally throw sand on it, and it will stick. You shake it off and you bring it into the VBS, and kids get this amazing tactile experience as if they're in the desert. Because if you're not in the desert, you can bring your own sand here and it works great.
Absolutely. And what's great about it, it's do-it-yourself sandpaper. So no need to go out and spend lots of money on sandpaper. You can make it for pennies.
So not only do you can put this on your floor, but you'll want to gather rugs and like look at here, there are rugs and towels and everything. Any kind of thing will work, but you want to put that on the floor because kids will be sitting there. And that's a great thing to find blankets and towels from your congregation members.
Yes, and they don't have to match. They shouldn't match because you're out camping in the middle of nowhere. So bright colors, the brighter the better.
That's right. It's great. Oh, Shannon, don't you love the weaving tent?
I'm so excited about it.
This is so fun. Kids sit in here and they take all these tactile, look at this, is a fuzzy thing, and it's like little loops and ribbon and the jewels and the beautiful colors. What do you think of that?
I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. As a crafter, normally adults would think, oh, we'll weave with everything and it'll match. And this is what I love about kids. No,
they're creative.
Using all kinds of different
this.
things I would have never thought to weave, and it looks wonderful. Such
Isn't
a
it
fun
cute?
tent for them.
And it really allows kids choice and creativity, and they just have a blast.
Yeah, and again with that color. The color is everywhere, and I'm just absolutely loving it.
I think that's a surprise when you think of the wilderness, and especially the desert. You don't think it's going to be colorful, but here at Wilderness Escape, we make it beautiful.
Well, here at Wilderness Escape, we are all about the bling. So exciting.
This is your place, Shannon.
I
This is your
know,
kind
it
of
was
place.
made for me. So you'll notice we've got all of these different baskets. None of them match. They don't have to match. So we've got a basket for our coins that the kids will come and pay with. We've got a basket for our bling. We've got a basket for our supplies.
You know, here's a surprise you have right hidden in your hand here.
Yes.
These fun chenille wires. Now, I would never think about weaving with these, and
Ever.
kids love this. So just think of all the tactile, colorful, creative things and have fun. Ooh, welcome to the Camel tent. Isn't this fun? This is the Camel, and stay tuned, because we really want to make him 3D. And this is what our little test looks like when we give it a try. And even though doesn't have the beautiful art on it, we've still been able to hang a bell on the camel and this little camel.
Which the kids love. It just brings it to life. And here we have one.
Animals.
And this is another thing that your church can get involved with. If you have people who have stuffed camels or stuffed sheep or any kind of animals that they can bring in, they're really fun little add-ons to the tent, especially the camel tent.
So what's fun is as they come to the camel tent, they get to make their very own little decorative camel bell that they wear around their neck, and kids have loved this.
Which are so cool. They're really authentic looking. And then they
know.
can do whatever they want decoration-wise. I mean, I would wear that.
A lot of creativity and choice, and that's what kids are loving. Well,
here we are at our God Sightings wall. And Joni, I have
Very
to tell you,
cool.
a lot of churches have a big hall like this. That's where we're doing it in one huge room. And we needed to make it work for VBS. We needed some dividers. These are just those church dividers, huge cork boards that
They're
so many of
usually
us
boring
have.
looking,
They
but not
normally
here.
are. But you can doll them up and use them to separate your main area from games or snacks, whatever you need to do. So we've just covered it with this plastic scene setter. Looks just like sand.
It's a little desert sand.
There you go. And we have a freestanding God Sightings wall. So these posters are so great. They're wonderful for God Sightings. Of course, the kids love coming and putting all their stuff, but they're beautiful. They
And they're
really
instant
contribute.
decorations.
Absolutely.
That's what you do.
Totally set the scene.
And you add to it every day. And what kids love, and this is such a special part of the program, where when they're in their tribe, they get a chance to fill in a little adhesive footprint, and they talk about their God sightings. And you can see here they're like the wandering Israelites, and they put it along the little footprint way and make their path as they wander through the desert. Isn't it
Love
great?
it.
It's so cute. We have all kinds of choices for the kids to make, and they have their coins and they pay for what they get to experience in the tent. Well, if you take a close look at this tent, you'll see there are buckets and towels and plastic dishes and tin cups, and you see a little bit of mess around here. Well, this is like the cleaning tent, the washing tent, because if you lived in the desert, I can guarantee there's going to be sand and dust
Dusty.
and grit and things
Yes.
that get in all of your food and your dishes. So the kids come here and they actually have to clean up things. You cannot believe this is one of the favorite spots of our wilderness escape. Kids helping out, washing dishes.
And if
So
you think
easy.
about it, so brings the Bible to life because it's something that they absolutely would have done.
Yeah.
We've never really thought about or experienced. So
I
it's
know.
the total experience for kids.
It's great. Ooh, here we are on our way to Moses' tent, but look at all the cool things.
Had to stop in the little walkway here because we've done so much. Here on our feet, what we're standing
You
on
hear this?
is that do-it-yourself sandpaper. And what I thought was so cool, it looks great, it feels great in your hands, but when you walk on it with
Even
shoes,
with shoes, it makes a sound.
this sand sound, which is so cool. And once you have it down, thank goodness, again, I always say our favorite thing in VBS is duct tape. Here we have our taupe duct tape, so it even looks like sand to affix it safely to the floor so nobody's slipping around.
I love it. And in the walkway, you can see, have fun with fabric. Look at this.
Yes.
It's just stripes of
Just
cloth.
another one of those church dividers that we all have in those kind of boring colors that we've had for 100 years. You can doll them up. This is just
They're meant
some
for this.
sheets of gossamer that we've just cut and just kind of draped over it. It's not even pinned, it just lays there. We have these trees so often up on our stage, or people even have them in their homes. Bring them in.
And part of you can make a little oasis, kind of. That's what it would be in the desert.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's take a look at Moses' tent. You want to go inside and
let's
see
walk
what we
on
do?
in.
All right, let's go inside here. Oh, fun. And you can see here what we've done. We've used those pipe and drape to create lots of cloth
Yeah, and
hanging
it
everywhere.
really feels like you're actually in a tent.
Yeah.
And here we have our fun colors. And if you can see, we've just kind of draped them with some twine to give us some visual interest in the middle of the room.
And look at how we put big blankets and pieces of cloth and canvas on the floor. And kids come in here, and every day you transform it for a surprise. Every Bible story. And kids, this is one of their favorite things with wilderness
Yeah,
escape.
leaders too. It's so
Yeah.
exciting to see it different
You
every day.
never
so
know what's going to
stay
happen, and
tuned.
this year you will be surprised. We guarantee. Gonna love it.
Well, here we've come to the end of our decorating journey, which I love so much, setting the stage for all this life transformation and for kids to just come over here and be overwhelmed. But of course, the most important thing ultimately is that kids come in and have fun.
That they'll have fun, and you will find out that their lives will be touched and changed, and they will ultimately learn to trust God.
Yes, and that's what it's all about. It's just, yay!